All right, welcome back for another one. Today we're back in the kitchen. This is part 2 of our catch and cook with the perch. So if you didn't catch part 1, make sure you go back and watch that. We're out on the ice catching some perch. I got a bass, a decent day of fishing. So part 2 of this video is we're in the kitchen and we're making the best fish tacos ever. So this is a really fresh tasting fish taco. I'm going to walk you through what I'm doing. And remember, if you like ice fishing or you like perch tacos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, here we go. So after we got home from ice fishing, I went through and just filleted up all the fish. Okay, so we got our clean perch fillets. If you're not out ice fishing and you want these tacos, you don't have perch, I've actually used tilapia before to do these in the middle of summer when I haven't had perch. So what we're gonna do, this is the seasoning that I'm using today that I'll be putting these perch in. I have made my own seasonings before between flour and some breadcrumbs and different seasonings, but I'm going easy today. Cajun seasoning, that's what we'll be doing. But what we're going to do first, before I get frying the fish, is I'm going to get all my produce and everything else prepped, ready to go. Okay, first ingredient I'm cutting up today, is fresh cabbage. If you don't like cabbage, you could definitely use some lettuce for this. But what I'm going to do is just kind of shred it, chop it up real fine. These aren't great big tacos by any means. So just get your cabbage all chopped up, ready to go. So that way, once this fish is all done, it's easy to build these tacos up. All right, we got our cabbage chopped up in a bowl. Next thing I'm going to do is just cut up a little bit of cilantro here. Some people don't like cilantro. It's definitely a take it or leave it flavor. If you don't like it, leave it out. I like it, but it's definitely one of those flavors that you can't have too much of, or else it's just overpowering to everything else. Okay, we got some fresh limes. We'll get these done. So we're actually going to be using limes. We're going to be using limes 2 ways in this one. Partially towards our sauce that I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. And then also just to squeeze some fresh lime juice over the fish that's already cooked once it's on your taco. Okay, next thing, this is definitely what makes these tacos. Fresh avocado. We're going to cut it, take the pit out, and then it's going to be fresh slices. Okay, now that we've got most of our produce prepped and out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the sauce for these tacos before we actually get cooking the fish. So what I've done is just put a little mayonnaise in a bowl. Okay, got sriracha. Just throw some sriracha in there. This is definitely going to be to flavor, depending on your like for heat and everything else. So anyways, mayonnaise, sriracha, and then just squeeze fresh lime juice in here. Again, kind of taste it as you go. And then you'll just kind of mix this up real good and we'll kind of whisk it. And with that lime juice, it'll kind of really break that mayonnaise down a bit. And okay, so that's kind of what the sauce is looking like. Again, to flavor, but it's going to just be kind of a light orange color. And that'll go on top of these tacos as soon as we're done with them. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start getting these fish fillets breaded up. You could do this in a pan, but I'm going to kind of do the shake and bake style. So I'm just going to take this Ziploc bag, put the breadcrumbs or the seasoning for the fish in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've kind of mixed up an egg wash here. Just to try to help some of that breading stick to it. So I'm just going to do a real quick dip in the egg wash with these fillets. Throw it in the breadcrumbs. We'll kind of shake it up there. Kind of shake the little excess breading off. Breaded fillets. And we're just gonna go ahead and repeat with these until we're done here. We went through and we breaded all of the fillets here, so they're done now, everything that I had. It's up to you, either fry it in a pan with some oil. What I'm gonna do today is use our air fryer. With our air fryer, I'm just gonna go ahead and set these fillets on the tray while this is preheating. I'll have to do a couple trays worth since I'm feeding the whole family tonight with these fish tacos. But just lay these fillets out, leave a little bit of air room between them. Obviously with the air fryer, that's how it cooks. But so once we do that, as soon as this is preheated, I'll slide these in and I'll show you what's next. So the air fryer is heating up. It's really loud, so I apologize. Hopefully the sound works okay on this. What I'm going to do is go ahead and start cooking our tortillas. What I'm going to be using is a corn flour tortilla. If you want to use flour, go ahead. But I'll be using corn. What I'm going to do is just fry them in just a tiny bit of vegetable oil. So I'll just get that heating up now. As soon as that gets up to temperature, I'll start going through my tortillas and make a stack of them, getting those ready for as soon as the air fryer just got up to temperature. I'm cooking at 400 degrees and I'm going to cook these little fillets for about 10 to 12 minutes, flipping halfway through halfway through the cook. So I'm just going to throw these fillets in. Now that our fish is cooking, the oil for the tortillas are up to temp. I'm using just these small corn tortillas, like I said. What I'm going to do is just put these in the hot oil it just takes hardly any time at all. You'll see them just kind of starting to bubble if you've never cooked corn tortillas before in oil. It doesn't take long at all. Just kind of flip it, and then as soon as it's done to your liking, just move it out of the oil onto a plate with paper towel and dab the excess oil off. Fish are out of the air fryer. The corn tortillas are out of the oil. So now I'm going to go ahead and assemble these up. Really simple, but I promise you're going to like them. So I'm just going to take some of my perch, depending on how big the fillets are, 1 or 2 pieces per tortilla. What I'm going to do is just a little bit of cabbage on each of them. Again, obviously put as much as you want on there. Okay, so next I'm using Monterey Jack cheese on these today. So just a little pinch of cheese, because cheese goes on everything. Then we're going to take our avocado slices. Avocado has to go on here. Makes these things so good. Just a tiny bit of cilantro on each one. And then I'm going to take just one of our lime slices and just squeeze some fresh lime juice over the top there. Coming back to our sauce that we made just a little while ago. At this point, I'm just going to drizzle this over the top. And there you have it. Very simple. Great way to eat perch or any white meat fish. You can use bass, walleye. Again, I use tilapia when I haven't had fish from the lake to use. But give these a try next time that you have some fish to make up. And enjoy. And remember to subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you on the next one.